guys, it's April and I'm back with another video, and in today's video I am going to be talking about my child abuse story because it happened to me, unfortunately. So I'm going to be telling you about it today in this video. So I hope you enjoy this video, guys, and let's get into the video. So when my mum was ill with cancer, we went to stay with our auntie and uncle, who didn't know how to look after children back then, and they weren't very nice. Our auntie and uncle were not very nice to us. They abused us and did things that they weren't meant to do. They used to give me cold showers and stand me in the corner. So basically, cold showers meaning like if I did something wrong or something like that, or even if I didn't do anything wrong, they would give me cold showers. They would literally shower me with cold water. And the reason they used to stand me in the corner, like, for doing nothing, like, they didn't know how to raise kids, they didn't know how to look after kids, so they just stood me in the corner. And one day they took me outside their house to the garage and locked me in there, and said that that's where I would go if I was naughty. Basically, yeah, when we first lived with them, they took me to their garage that had spiders. It had spiders in, it had cobwebs. They took me into the garage and they locked the door, and they told me that that's where I was going to go if I was naughty. So I was scared at that point. My sister was outside the garage crying her eyes out. She was so upset. But yeah. I used to soil my knickers because I was scared of them. Basically, I used to soil my knickers because I was afraid of living with them. And they made me clean out my soiled knickers until my knuckles were bleeding. And my knuckles were bleeding, but I will tell you that a little bit later. So they made me scrub my knickers until my knuckles were bleeding, like I just said, and they did do that. They shined the torch in my eyes. Basically, like, when we got home, they took the duvet, as they were taking the duvet out the car, they shined the torch into my eyes. And like, I said to them, oh, you just shined the torch in my eyes. And they said, oh, no, we didn't. They just covered up what they actually did. But it was not very good at that particular time. They used to put a box behind me to make sure that I sat up straight, but that was the reason. They said, my auntie and uncle said that they put a box behind my chair so that I didn't fall down the gap, and that was a lie, because that wasn't the reason. The reason was so I could sit up straight, because they wanted to teach me to sit up straight, and that was really, like, horrible of them to even say that to me. They locked me in the car by myself. Basically what happened was, like, because me and my sister were only mucking around and stuff like that, and then she got really serious, and then she said, oh, when auntie and uncle come back, I'm gonna tell on you and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell them what you did. Like, I can't actually remember what I did because it was a long time ago, but I did something anyway. And basically my sister grassed me up to my auntie and uncle, and they said, oh, when we get home, April, you're going to be locked in the car. And they literally locked me in the car. But before they did that, right, before they did that, as Jade was getting out, I was edging my bum forwards to get out the car, and I did get out, but I got on the floor, so they didn't pick me up. But then they picked me up and they put me back in the car. So it wasn't very good at that particular time, because my sister grassed me up to my auntie and uncle. They did my trainers lace up too tight. They basically, like, my uncle and auntie, they did my laces up too tight, and then, you know, my sister was in the front room, and they literally made me do my laces, like undo my laces in the dark. And because I couldn't do it, I shoved it down the back of the shoe stand because I couldn't do it. And I told them I've done it, but actually I hadn't, because I couldn't do it, and I was only young then, so I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. They sent me upstairs without food. Sometimes, I don't know, I think my sister was like a favourite child, and obviously they cared more about my sister than they did me. And they just would send me upstairs without any food, for like no apparent reason. Like, I hadn't done anything or anything like that, but they just didn't like me. They locked me out of the house by myself. I don't know what I did. I can't really remember, but they just said, you know, they literally just put me outside the house, and it was outside the front of the house, and they left me. I don't know how long for, but they did put me outside. They used to shout at me for my hair falling out. Basically, my hair, for no apparent reason, like, my hair used to fall out, and I think it's because my auntie and uncle used to do my hair up like it is now, like in a ponytail, but they used to do it really, really tight, so my hair would fall out. And it was just, you know, it was just absolutely horrible at that time. It was horrible. And they would shout at me for getting a little bit of chocolate on my school dress. It was at the back of my school dress. So basically, my auntie had to go to hospital, and she was in hospital, and when I came out of school, I went to the hospital, and basically when my uncle saw that I had something at the back of my dress, like chocolate, he got really angry with me, and like my nan was saying, oh, how could April have got chocolate on the back of her dress? Like, it must have been some other pupil at the school that brushed past me and got chocolate on my back of my dress. But he wouldn't listen. Like, I think in a way, like I'm not being horrible or anything, but I think that, like, my auntie and uncle were a bit stubborn, like, to be honest with you. I'm not trying to, like, be horrible about them or anything like that, because they were my auntie and uncle. Like, I love my cousins and my auntie and uncle, even though bad things have gone on with them. But yeah, it was really hard at that time, guys, and like, I've been through the ringer. I've been through a load of trauma in my life, as you could, sorry, my eye's itching. As you can probably tell, I've had a lot of bad things happen in my life, and if you've seen my YouTube videos, you will know what I mean by I've had a lot of trauma. But yeah, I've been putting this video off for a little while because I just didn't want to do it, to be honest with you. But yeah, and I've read all of this on the piece of paper, so yeah, but I just want to say, guys, thank you for watching, and you know, I know, like, even though this has happened to me, like, I've been child abused, like, I know it's, like, hard to talk about, and obviously, you know, you could probably tell that it was a little bit difficult for me to talk about it, guys, but, I mean, like, I literally just had the motivation to come on here and put a video on YouTube explaining this, and it was very, very hard, but I'm glad that I've done it, and it's just, it feels good to actually have it out there so my fans can see it and stuff like that. But yeah, but you know, it's made me stronger, and it's also made me who I am today. And you know, I used to dwell on the past a lot. I used to dwell on everything that happened and stuff like that, but now I don't really dwell on the fact that my auntie and uncle did do what they did. They have got kids now, but they seem to be kind of looking after them the way that they should be now, so that's good. But yeah, guys, I just want to say, if you have enjoyed that video, please give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so that you know when I'm uploading and you never miss an upload. And guys, I just want to say thank you for all the support. Your support is just absolutely amazing, and you know, if it wasn't for my partner and you lot, you know, all my fans out there, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. And you know, I just I get emotional when I say that, guys, because you all are just amazing, and I am really, really thankful for all the support. Honestly, guys, I am so thankful, and you know, it just means so much to me. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.